Hey guys, how are ya? I would give you my normal greeting, but under these circumstances, I really don't believe that it would really be appropriate for this particular video because I. Today, something very disturbing was brought to my attention today while I was eating in a local cafe. I was reading today's copy of the Toronto Sun and saw a front cover that was very quite appalling. And I want to show it to you. This is featuring a child that has autism, and the headline is, "Who could hate him?" And this person is unfortunately autistic, and at the bottom it says that he has received a letter that says he should be euthanized. And no, I am not kidding when I say that. That's actually what was said here in this particular copy of today's Toronto Sun. And I actually want to make it a point to read this, because if you haven't read today's copy of the Toronto Sun for August the 20th, you really need to hear what this family received from a woman who decided that she wanted to tell off this family because their child was autistic. And so I want to read you the letter that's here at the top of this little page, because you really need to hear this. This is what is written in this letter. To the lady living at this address, I also live in this neighborhood and have a problem. You have a kid that is mentally handicapped, and you consciously decided that it would be a good idea to live in a close proximity neighborhood like this. You selfishly put your kid outside every day and let him be nothing but a nuisance and a problem to everyone else with that noise polluting he constantly makes. That noise he makes when he is outside is, all caps, dreadful. It scares the hell out of my normal children. When you feel your kid needs fresh air, take him out to our park, you dope. We have a nature trail. Let him run around those places and make noise. Crying babies, music, and even barking dogs are normal sounds in a residential neighborhood. He is, all caps, not. He is a hindrance to everyone and will always be that way. Who the hell is going to care for him? No employer will hire him, no normal girl is going to marry or love him, and you are not going to live forever. Personally, they should take whatever non-retarded body parts he possesses and donate it to science. What the hell else good is he to anyone? You had a retarded kid, deal with it properly. What right do you have to do this to hard-working people? I, all caps, hate people like you who believe just because you have a special needs kid, you are entitled to special treatment. Do everyone in our community a huge favor and, all caps, move. Vamoose. Scram. Move away and get out of this type of neighborhood setting. Go live in a trailer in the woods or something with your wild animal kid. Nobody wants you living here and they don't have the guts to tell you. Do the right thing and move or euthanize him. Either way, we are all better off. Sincerely, one pissed off mother. Yeah, that's what this says. And as an autistic, this is very upsetting to me. Was very disturbed to see that front page, and in addition to that, even worse to be able to have to read that letter, because quite honestly, as an autistic, I am deeply offended by that. And for those of you who are watching this who aren't aware, yes, I am autistic, and I like to put this out there to this particular woman, if we can even call her that, who wrote this letter and decided that she wanted to say that an autistic should be euthanized. That is just absolutely pathetic for her to say something like that. And as an autistic, I really am, as I said before, I'm greatly offended. I'm just having so much difficulty having words to say because I'm just that mad about this. And all the words that were said in this particular letter by this woman, it is completely contradictory and untrue. I mean, if you've been to my website and you've been to my YouTube channel, you know that it's not true. And so I'd like to call out this woman, whoever she is. Stand up and face your mistake, because yeah, you can pick on a 13-year-old autistic child, but now you have to deal with me. And I'm 31. And I'm 32 in a couple of weeks. You have to deal with me now. And I'm autistic. So, let me ask you this. Whoever you are, does it bother you that I'm speaking to you right now? Does it bother you that I'm calling you out? Does it bother you that I have 250 videos on YouTube, every single which one of which is me speaking? I speak in each and every one of those 250 videos. Would something like that bother you? Does it bother you that people like me are people who actually have success in life? Because I am successful in life. Because if you go to my website and you find out what I'm all about, you'll get it too. And you need to see what an autistic person with success looks like. And I'm that guy. I am that guy. This is the kind of person that autistics want to aspire to be like. They want to be like me. I'm a role model for children, and regardless of whether or not they have autism. And I've proven it time and again. Because of my service, because of my work, and yes, I do have a full-time job outside of my Novora Autism Initiative. I work 40 hours a week like anyone else, and I make $1,700 a month after taxes. That's pretty good money for someone in my situation who's just trying to get by. And let me ask you this, whoever you are. Why would you even think that people would not respect an autistic person? What is it that's about us that you hate? Are you scared of us? Because we are here. We are a part of society, and there are more of us coming. Until they can figure out a way to deal once and for all with autism and make sure that it can be no longer a factor in society, we are here, and you can't get rid of us. You cannot get rid of us. Because, let's face it, I just really want to call you out, and if you really want to take a shot at a person with autism, come after me, because I will no doubt make an example out of you, because I can show you that as an autistic person I have success, and I can prove it. Like I said, you go to my website at novora.ca, and you go there and you get to the homepage of my website. There is a link there that has a link to an interview that I was part of that was done by CTV News in Kitchener. They interviewed me as well as a few other autistics, and we proved collectively that we can do stuff that you don't believe we are capable of. And we proved it to a whole bunch of people who appreciated what we've done. And what have I done? Well, let me answer it in a few ways like this. If you go to that link, you'll see that I get to wear and show off one of the proudest things that I have for myself, which is my little medallion that recognizes me as the leader of a council in a volunteer organization that has over 1.8 million members worldwide. So think about that for a moment, because I'm pretty sure that someone like you should really take into consideration what it means to have someone who is an autistic and is a person who is member of an organization that has 1.8 million members in it worldwide. And I even have a picture that was actually taken just a few weeks ago. This is me. This is me. In all my glory, proudly wearing my medallion, proving that I am the person who I say that I am. And the interview shows it as well with CTV. I am this person. I am a success story with autism. And I've done a lot of great things, even though I have autism, with the organization that I'm involved with. For the last 10 years, for example, I've organized an art fair for young people to come out and do this art fair, and it's centered around substance abuse. And I have been recognized for my efforts, even by a member of parliament. Yeah, an MP actually recognized me as a legitimate person with legitimate ability. And in fact, I'll even go so far as to read out the little thing that it says in the little card here. And it says this: Matthew Griffin, for your leadership with the Substance Abuse Awareness Poster Contest, thank you for using your influence and special relationship with our youth to raise awareness and to work against addiction in young people in our community. You are a real-life hero. Yeah, let me say that again. You are a real-life hero. Yeah. You are a real-life hero for encouraging students to see the link between their actions today and the consequences tomorrow. Your efforts are truly making a difference. Signed, Harold Albrecht, Member of Parliament, Kitchener-Conestoga. That is what success is when you have autism, whoever you are. And in addition to that, there's also a deep personal meaning for me to be a part of that organization. Because, see this? This belonged to my grandfather. He died in 2008, and he was a member of the Knights of Columbus Honor Guard. He was lauded and revered by all of the people he worked with. He kept working well into his 70s and into his 80s. Even though he was losing the ability to walk, he still demonstrated that he had the desire and the passion and the determination to keep being a member of the organization and to represent it proudly. And I get to show it every day by following in his footsteps. In his footsteps, and constantly showing that I can continue to represent his legacy and represent it well. And this is important for me because since the fact that the organization that I belong to is a Catholic organization, and because all the other members of my family are no longer Catholic and have strayed away from the faith, I am the sole bearer of my grandfather's legacy. And I know for a fact that when I die, I'm taking it with me. So I want to do everything that I can to make sure that it is as fruitful as I possibly can make it. And if you think all that's not enough, being with the sword and a picture and a little plaque for an award that says that I am good enough, what about this? Yeah, check this out. This is my volunteers accreditation for the 2010 Winter Olympics in Vancouver. Yeah, they chose an autistic person to be among 25,000 other volunteers to represent our country and the world as volunteers at the Olympic Games in 2010. I got to work in Whistler as a bus conductor at the cross-country skiing venue. I loved every minute of it. Everyone who worked alongside me really enjoyed me. They enjoyed my personality, and they appreciated my contributions because they knew that my contributions helped to go a long way in making the event a success. This is what happens when hard work pays off. You get to do all of these things, and you get to do it really well, and makes everyone's life a lot better, a lot happier. That's what it's about for me. So, whoever you are, I don't know who you are, but yeah, like I said before, I'm calling you out because, quite honestly, I want you to come down here to Kitchener, and I want you to say these things that you said to that poor boy to my face, and you try and justify what you said. Because, quite honestly, you're not a person in anyone's eyes. You're just a hateful, spiteful person who cannot accept the fact that people with disabilities are here, they are real, and we are not going away. Like, you can be as much of a Seth MacFarlane wannabe as you want to, but you'll never be him. Because you're not him. As much as you want to be, you're not Seth MacFarlane, because he's way, in terms of insulting people with disabilities, he's way worse than you are. So if you're trying to be like him, forget it. I just hope that when you see this, if you ever see this, that you take me seriously. Because since you insulted this poor boy, you now have to step up and stand up to someone like me. Because I can actually stand up to you. I have the credentials to prove it, and I've shown you why I am an autistic who is defying expectations, especially yours. So that's what I wanted to say to all of you today, and I hope that if you're out there and you're watching this, that you get behind me and we stick it to this woman because she deserves it. And I hope that one day, and I hope it's very, very soon, that she'll apologize for what she said, and that she'll actually take responsibility for her actions. So that's it from me. I'm going to end the video here because I think I pretty much said everything that I needed to say. So I'll see you guys next time, and we'll be back on track with the regular videos. But for now, I'll see you later.